By Jordan McMahon. Bowden in support. The Tigers are mauling Port Adelaide at the moment, and this man Cleve Hughes is having a day out.
Well, he's coming hard. I think the good thing about him, when he read that from a long way back, he's made 40 or 50 metres in the lead to set himself up for this, and Bowden pulled the ball back underneath and just gave him a lovely chance to run onto it. Slippy, you're right. There've been some errors made in terms of keeping your feet and making good decisions that Port Adelaide have just failed miserably at.
Well, this is the man they thought would be the ultimate replacement for Matthew Richardson. He was a centre-half forward in an All-Australian under-18 team. Hasn't lived up to the expectations so far, but he's found form today as he drills another, and Richmond have a game-high 29-point lead. Trademark. Roden nudged in the back, tunnelled out the back. Deledio for Richardson. Hand pass to Foley. Good time to make a decision. Wobbles one off the boot, and at the back the mark has been taken by Mitch Morton.
Very good overhead, Mitch Morton. He's one of those players he's a 6-footer really. Nearly 6'1", he's 185 centimetres, but got very clean hands. Saw a lot of him as a junior. Highly rated junior. He would have been a top 6 draft pick, went West Coast father's son. For some reason struggled. Now I'm not sure what it was. There was some injuries there. A little bit of attitude problem I think as well. He ends up coming across to Richmond. He hasn't played every game for the Tigers, but he's a very, very good player.
21 years of age, had a career best of 3 goals coming into this afternoon. And Mitch Morton fires away and is now trying to pinpoint the captain. Polak with a good spoil. Deledio getting involved here, term number 3. Did that well.
That's a telling stat. 8-2 inside 50 for the Tigers for the quarter.
Richardson on the goal line, harassed by Robbie Gray. Gets it short and finds Kelvin Moore. Bowden. Inboard for Polak. They've weathered the storm again, Richmond. They're growing in confidence. Carlisle right there with Revolt, who hasn't seen a lot of it. Bowden joins in once more. Generally a good user of the ball, finds Cochin. Running by Jared Oakley-Nichols, his short pass. Playing on quickly, Tambling.
Flat foot again, it's a poor handball.
Made something out of nothing. Mitch Morton works around the body, looking for an even half dozen. It's a minor score.
Can I say there's something that's happening here? Polak's become good because he's starting to exploit the captain. And the captain has struggled in the second half of almost every game this year. So
Tigers lead by 17 points. 21 minutes done here in the third quarter. Would Adelaide to have the breeze to come home with. And he hasn't touched the ball a lot today, Jack Revolt, but he's done his job.
Done a couple of nice things.
Being competitive. Looked for Morton, couldn't find it. Burgoyne run down from behind. Looked like incorrect disposal. That went unwhistled. Thomas set up his teammate lower. Pettigrew gets involved. Port Adelaide eventually get it outside their defensive 50, but not for long. McGuan.
Good pressure by the Tigers half-forward line.
Decisive kick as well, releasing Shane Tuck. That looks good off the boot to find Simmons.
One out in the goal square here. Richo on a lead now.
To the forward pocket, Richmond in good position. Peter Burgoyne there, Kane Corns with Roden running past. The quick bounce, as is his trademark, hand pass over the top. And now they get it to Daniel Pearce, who has room to move in. One Port Adelaide player in their 50 though, and Pearce has to keep running. Drew the player, uses Travis Boat. Logan for Pearce, getting untidy now, and they've coughed it up. Polo to Foley. Simmons. Tuck. Measures the pass. Deledio thought about getting a hand in there. Scooped out by Polak. Cochin looks for the lead of Richardson, working against Chad Corns. The two big guns going at it, and Richardson right on the boundary line, keeping it alive.
He's wanting a free kick, Richo.
And the one thing that Tuck has improved is his kicking. He used to bang it long and they'd sit. Now he's able to draw the ball back under his body and hit the bloke over medium and short distances. And he's done it all day today. He's been very effective with his feet.
Well, he started the ball rolling, didn't he, really, the first quarter?
He's doing a bit of that too. Third man up and grabbing balls at throw-ins.
Morton taken high by Brogan. It goes unwhistled somehow. Pettigrew dragged off it. Brogan in at close quarters again. Tuck hasn't stopped trying all day. Cochin hoists it onto the boot. Cleve Hughes came out strongly, attracted a crowd and has won a free kick.
Let's have a little look at this one.
That could have been a free too that was missed. But
that is a free kick.
That's a free kick, Brogan. Again, he's done it. Oh, that's definitely a free kick against Chaplin.
Yep, bit high.
Yeah, a bit high. And look, young Jack Riewoldt hasn't done too much, but what we know he can, I saw him in a state final in Tassie a couple of years ago, he really can mark the ball. So if that's a third man in waiting, hasn't contributed kickers all that much, but...
It's a beautiful kick. We've said this all day, Cleve Hughes.
Looking for goal number 5 for kick 12 in his life coming into this game. And that's sailed. Quarter time. Foley had it pitch in front of him. Kept it alive though. Jordan McMahon. Good hand pass. Polo. Chris Hyde. Dancing around a couple of would-be tacklers and takes on Sean Burgoyne as well. Now he has Newman.
Oh, Motlop come from nowhere there.
Motlop lurking. Has 2 to beat. Takes on Bowden, who's crunched by Matt Thomas. And on his 30th birthday, he's flat on his back behind play. Nathan Brown with a right foot. Pinpoints the pass. And Cleve Hughes has got it again.
That's gone 8 metres. The umpire called play on for the one that went 30 metres down here. And that was, I reckon Brownie was past him by the time he might mark the ball.
He's had a good game, Joel Bowden.
Oh, terrific.
It's a good hard hit. Well, who knows what's going to happen out of that, but he's a good hard player, Matt Thomas.
Oh, that's what he's there for.
He's like a young Joel. He's like a young Michael Wilson.
He's only about 20.
Yeah, he loves hitting blokes. It's good, all fair. I think that was fair.
Yeah.
Well, Richmond haven't had a 7-goal third quarter so far in 2008, but they have now. In here as Brogan drives them forward to the attacking end, favoured by the breeze. Tredrea had a lot of it but couldn't take the mark. Kelvin Moore putting his body on the line. Brown back there with McMahon and now Tambling. Brown kept running. Pushes it further up the ground to Chris Hyde. Tracked by Roden, a former teammate. Back to Tambling. They've remained calm, the Tigers, and now they're in their water.
We heard Jason Cripps talk about getting the ball into the hands of the likes of Burgoyne and these players. It's a free kick.
Deledio trying to draw a whistle, couldn't do so. Foley beaten by the bounce. Sean Burgoyne about to be wrapped up by Oakley Nichols, slung to the ground holding the ball.
That's for the one they didn't give 2 seconds ago.
Good run.
Right.
Matt White charges away into the pocket for Richardson.
Oh, come back to a tackle back by Oakley Nichols in the middle of the ground. Really important, Burgoyne. The tackle on Burgoyne was a beauty.
It was a good one. Young Matt White carried the ball pretty well there. I think he's got some talent too. Hasn't been a prolific player today. Got some toe, yeah.
Richardson plays on to improve the angle. Gun barrel straight. The Tigers look like winners.
All the time.
Bowden up for disposal. 32. McMahon plays on quickly. Foley looks into the pocket. Congested area. Port Adelaide with numbers. Wilson.
Look at the pressure though, the Tigers.
Appeared to be taken high. Chris Hyde didn't get a free kick, and that's not for the first time this afternoon.
They're not going to let this go, the Tigers. You sense that they are absolutely committed to not giving any Port player time or space.
Smithy, any real big moves being made on the boundary line down there for Port?
Peter Burgoyne's come, Pickers, as you picked it before. We thought it was cramped, but it looks like he's done his right hamstring. So they're just putting ice on it now, so which is bad news for the Power.
White shovels it out. Tigers pressing again. Free kick going against Chaplin.
He's given a few away today, Chaplin, hasn't he? I mean, with his intent to get the job done, but he's just been a bit like that in the back, a couple around the neck and high.
Chris Hyde here. He can kick a long way, but he doesn't fancy himself. He gets a marking power.
Polak. With a free kick aimed to Port Adelaide.
Yeah, push before.
Almost a little too high with the tackle on Nathan Brown.
Well, he's brave, Chad Corns. I really think brave.